Hey, so as somebody who is one, a teenager, and two, somebody who is addicted to lifting weights, well, I mean, I was addicted, I'm not addicted anymore. I have tried a lot of supplements, I've tried a lot of like special foods and roots and just generally stuff like that unorthodox stuff, I guess well, technically we used to eat it, but now we don't anymore. You know, I've tried a lot of things to try and like better myself because I'm natural. I don't plan on not being natural. Because of that, I had to I had to actually like go to different kind of supplements and go to different kind of foods to try and like better myself, better my health in general. And hopefully this video is a way of like telling you personally what I've done and what things have worked personally for me. Now, obviously, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical practitioner yet, but really I just want to kind of like say what I've done and what has actually given me benefit and what has just like I haven't felt much from it at all. So the number one thing that comes to mind obviously is the basic things like supplements. So I think of stuff like magnesium, zinc, I think of vitamin D, I think of ashwagandha, I think of creatine. Now, to be completely honest with you, taking magnesium, zinc, vitamin D, they had little to no effect at all. Like, and this could also just be simply because I only eat whole foods and I go outside all the time, and normally I get that kind of stuff from foods and from other sources outside of just supplements. I will say though, like trying ashwagandha, like I took like those little, well, okay, I know that probably the powder is a little better for you, but I took the gummies just because I liked it more. I didn't want to be walking around with like powder all over me and shit. I will say, ashwagandha, there's like a sense of of like lingering peace, like just like, you know, you'll be going to go do something, and then like normally you would just be like stressed out of your goddamn mind, but then like right now, like you're perfectly fine, like you're content. It's like a if you ever been in the sauna, I don't know if you've been in the sauna. It's like after you get out of the sauna, there's just like this lingering like just like very slight, not like an overwhelming like state of peace. And it's pretty cool. Like I would definitely recommend ashwagandha. I would say don't spend like an egregious amount of money. Go get like those 30-day things. I got this 30-day supply. I just like ate those for 30 days, and honestly it was good. I ended up getting ashwagandha in another source, which I'll talk about later. So another thing is creatine. Now, I've been taking creatine for about a year now, and I will say it's probably, besides whey protein, probably the best supplement that you can honestly take, because you like with creatine it's just like it makes everything better. Like you're able to go lift more, you're able to actually like make some progress, make some more gains, you're able to like you look bigger, like it fills you up, like it retains the water in you. And honestly, like, but here's the thing that a lot of people don't really talk about when it comes to creatine is, and I had friends who had this problem, is that some people are not receptive of it and some people are receptive to creatine. So I would say before you go buy like those great value, those really big things, like get like a small quantity, like maybe like 30 days, same thing as ashwagandha, or and just like because it really takes a couple weeks for it to actually get in your system and stay there. My recommendation, get like a small amount, don't spend an egregious amount of money, try it. If you notice progress, keep taking it. If not, don't spend your money on it, because like I said, some people are just not receptive to that kind of supplement. So I would say creatine good, whey protein obviously. That I don't even think I need to speak on this. Whey protein, but I personally it's between whey protein or just vegan based protein, like stuff like protein powder that is based off of like, you know, pea protein, beans, like that kind of stuff. That's also good. That kind of like the vegan protein powder. I like that personally just because my acne is not nearly as bad when I take those. And So whatever protein powder you want, it doesn't really matter. And so now that we've talked mostly about like supplements and stuff, I'm gonna talk more so about like vegetables, because like vegetables slash roots, because to be honest with you, like obviously we know as a society like we don't really eat like we don't eat vegetables, we don't eat roots and stuff because they just don't taste as good as like a burger. Like this is obvious, like they don't really taste as good. Now I will tell you, obviously, like I could go on about like the whole list of vegetables and stuff and the whole list of roots, but I'm just gonna tell you the ones that like genuinely like I tried just because, oh, they have this certain kind of effect on you. First thing that comes to mind is carrots. Carrots are really, really good. Like, I mean, if you've been on YouTube recently, then you know there's this whole thing like called carrot maxing, where essentially you eat like a certain amount of carrots a day, and your skin will turn orange, and your skin will you'll get a tan, and like your acne starts to go away and stuff, and it's just good for you. Now, there is some truth to that. Obviously, I'm not gonna eat like a fucking handful of carrots every single day. I'm not a fucking rabbit. Like, I like carrots, but I eat about a carrot a day, just mostly because carrot acts as a detoxifier, and it can help like flush out like a lot of the toxins that may be in your body, and generally it's just good, like, because okay, first of all, like there is the whole tanning thing, but personally I don't need a tan because I'm already naturally tan. Like I came out looking like this. Point is that when it comes to carrots, honestly, the number one thing that I've noticed, to be completely honest with you, this is whenever I'm eating carrots every single day, is one, my acne is is gone. Like, okay, right now, like I mean, obviously, like we have like some marks and stuff on here, but to be honest with you, like, dude, if you have a face care regimen, carrots should absolutely be a part of it. Just eat one carrot. And okay, when I'm saying carrots, I don't mean baby carrots, because baby carrots, they put like these preservatives on it and it gets rid of a lot of the nutrients, and they actually, okay, so this is gonna sound kind of weird, and I don't know why I'm talking about this for so long, but there's a when it comes to carrots, right, they come out of the ground, the actual skin on the outside, you notice how you never see that, like you notice how you never see like the actual like the bumps on the skin on baby carrots, is because they're, first of all, they're premature carrots. Second off, they actually peel off those sides because people don't normally like them because they're kind of bitter. That's where your nutrients is at. So carrots, obviously, absolutely, you should take it. As a man in general, like we should be taking carrots because it can actually help like reduce estrogen. I People say that it increases testosterone. I'm not really sure about that. I think it's more so it just reduces estrogen and maybe makes more room for testosterone. Point is, carrots is a yes. Now, another thing, this is going into roots. This is because roots are just absolutely insane. We have, okay, first of all, we have ginger. Ginger, now I'm literally gonna go, as I'm making this video, I'm gonna go buy some ginger today. Ginger is so good. Like if I had to make like, okay, Kyle Ram, like another YouTuber, he made this video talking about like best foods for testosterone. And so I think he talked about ginger on that. And he talked about just roots in general. When it comes to ginger, like here's the thing, and you need to be careful. Dude, the blood flow, you are just going to be out of your mind. Like you're gonna go to the gym and you're just gonna see these fucking veins sticking out that normally they wouldn't stick out before, and you're gonna see like, and your your little boy is gonna be like rock hard the entire fucking day. You're gonna feel like you just entered puberty. Like it's honestly, it's crazy. Like it's so crazy that this little root has such a massive effect. Now, natural hypertrophy makes a video talking about it. That's really where I got my inspiration from. I'm like, oh, I should take some ginger, and then also garlic, which I'm gonna speak about that in a second. But so obviously you can't just eat ginger. Like don't go to the store and be like, oh, the dumbass who like grabs it, takes it home, washes it, and then just bites out of it. Don't do that. Do not do that. Okay, it's really easy. Well, I say it's easy. So you're gonna wash it obviously, and then you're gonna peel off the skin because you can't eat that. It's just nasty. It's gonna be rough to eat. Don't try to do that. And the thing about ginger is that the taste itself is not that bad. It just has this burning sensation after eating it for a while. So if I were you, I would do what natural hypertrophy tells you to do. I would pickle it, either in honey, like, so when I mean pickle, I mean like literally just like covering it up with honey, put it in the fridge, let it sit for a while. Or if you want to and this is the one I prefer to do, slice it up after you peel it, slice it up, put it in a container, put some fruit juice in there, mix it up, put it in the fridge for a couple days. Then slowly, by the way, don't eat more than like this much, like not even like the tip of your finger, like eat like that much. Point is, that's what you should do. You should go for that. Eat ginger. It's really good. Like, just in general, like, it'll help everything just feel so much better. And obviously I could tell there's a difference between the days I do eat ginger and the days I don't. And the thing about ginger is, and I think because the stuff I've said before, like, it's like you can take every single day. Don't eat ginger every single day, because ginger is a natural blood thinner. Because, like, okay, it's a natural blood thinner and it's supposed to help out with circulation. Don't take it anywhere, like, any more than about, like, I would say that small portion, like, okay, you're gonna see, like, it kind of, like, spreads out and stuff, like, just a small little portion. Don't eat that more than like 4 days a week, I'd say. It's probably a good, that's where I stopped at. It's just 4 days a week, like, really just every other day. And then there is garlic. Now, garlic is just as good as ginger, but to be honest with you, I just stopped eating garlic just simply due to the fact that you smell like shit. Like, it goes through your pores, and this is because it's a natural detoxifier. It's really good for your body. It's really good for trying to get rid of all that toxin and all that shit that's inside your body. The thing is, I mean, obviously, like, I felt that it's really similar to ginger with a lot of, like, blood flow. It's, like, literally the best pre-workout. Like, I remember I ate a piece of garlic before I went to the gym. God, I'm so sorry for everybody who was at that gym that day, but I ate a piece of garlic. And by the way, you're only supposed to eat like a clove every other day. So you could do like, oh, I eat ginger this day, then I eat ginger this day, then garlic, ginger, garlic, ginger. That's the way I did it. What you want to do, like, you eat a clove. I wouldn't eat any more than that. Point is, if you eat it before you go to the gym, I swear to God, I have never had, because I never tried pre-workout. It was always just like, I either drink like tea or coffee, or I eat something small. Honestly, like, garlic has gotta be the best pre-workout. Like, in terms of, like, you just all of a sudden have this energy, like this drive, like, you feel like, oh my God, I could just keep lifting this weight. And it's also just like, you get this insane pump because it's really good for blood flow. Garlic's really good. If you live at your house and people don't mind, then I would definitely recommend doing it. Personally, I don't, because I'm still in school, and frankly, I don't want people to look at me like I'm fucking Tarzan. But yeah, garlic's really good. Garlic's a really good supplement. It's a really good root and supplement that I would definitely take if it did not make me smell like shit. And also, by the way, like, and this is the white part of me, it's just really spicy. Like, this is probably like just my white side. It's just like, oh, it's really spicy. And like, my brothers, like, they're just like, oh no, it tastes pretty good. It actually tastes good. And I'm like, maybe, I don't know. Point is, but I mean, once you get past that, like, you're fine. So now that I've talked about roots, I've talked about supplements, what else can I tell you guys? There's definitely a few more. Let me think. I guess we can also just, like, kind of breach a bit on, like, just generally, like, just foods in general that I think, honestly, like just changed my life. So Brazil nuts. So nuts in general, like if you're a man and you're not eating nuts, then like you are not like you are not like reaching a lot of the potential that you are not like reaping the potential benefits that you can get from eating these nuts. Point is, so I've eaten like a lots of nuts. I've eaten cashews, walnuts, almonds, pistachios, and all, like basically any nut you can think about. The nut that I've found that had the biggest effect and like a noticeable effect on my testosterone is Brazil nuts. So basically, Brazil nuts are like these tiny little nuts. They kind of look like whole cashews, and you can just get them at like the store. Now, what you want to do is you want to get raw Brazil nuts. So like for instance, I went to Publix or whatever your grocery store is. I went to Publix. I bought like a little box of them. And so you really only want to eat about like 1 to 3 a day, like no more than that. At least I haven't done it. I mean, some people say you can eat up to 6. Personally, I'm not gonna do that. I'm the most I eat is about like 2 to 3 a day. And so what I'll tell you is, okay, first of all, honestly, they taste kind of good. Which I mean, that might be like a biased opinion. Like I personally think they taste good, but like you might not. I think they taste good, and I'll just eat them like in the morning time because that's the best time to eat it after my fast. And so what I will say is that whenever you eat them, like you just feel like this like I don't know, it's like this energy. It's like it's hard to explain. It's like a tiny little nut, but it feels like you just ate a fucking sensu bean or some shit. Like you just feel like really good. Like I mean, it's not like a oh my god, I feel fucking like I can go rule the world. It's just like it's like something like small that you just eat. That's just like it adds up. Like these things are adds up to the rest of the stuff I've told you about, and then eventually like you just feel like a lot better than if you just ate shit the whole day. So I would definitely say Brazil nuts. I would eat about 1 to 3 a day. If you want to go, if you're able to eat more than that, then like be my guest. That's just personally what I do. Now Tim Ferriss actually he mentions in one of his books is that is that like you can eat like I think it was like 2 to 3 in the morning and then 2 to 3 like before the night, and then like it like insanely increases testosterone. If you want to do that, go for it. I like eating 3. It works for me. That's what I do. So then, and I feel like it's almost weird to talk about this. I think this is probably going to be like, oh, I'm going to talk about this, and I'm also going to talk about something else. So, eggs. I know this is going to sound fucking crazy because you're like, oh my god, eggs? Like, of course. Like, I have like a fucking dozen of eggs in my fucking house. Yeah. Eggs are such a like important thing that like to be honest with you, like for the longest time I never really ate eggs, and if I did, like I would always get like these really fatty eggs. Like my mom always makes eggs. We always have eggs in the house because we have a big family, and like my brother and I we always eat eggs. Like, okay, so they say that eating about 4 a day gets you the efficient amount of cholesterol, like the good cholesterol. They so it's good for you. So if you eat at least 4 a day, if you want to just like maintain your cholesterol, which in turn is going to be good for hormones such as testosterone, then eat just 4 a day. That's fine. Whenever I used to eat like, and I'm starting to go back into it, I used to eat like 6 to 7 eggs like every single day. Like I wake up, eat 6 to 7 eggs every single day. The only reason why I stopped is because I started to fast, which I'll make another video talking more so about that. And so I would used to eat like 6 to 7 eggs like every single morning because I had to empty block my first block for my first semester, and then just I would eat 6 to 7 eggs and with some toast, and just like it's honestly like the best way to really start your morning off with is just eating eggs. Like because eggs, you get your protein, you get your fats, your cholesterol, you get all these micro and macronutrients. It's just such a good food. So if you're not eating eggs now, then I would, because it's probably going to give you something that before you probably missed. Now, okay, I lied. I want to talk about this and then one more thing, and then that should be it for this video. So, milk. Now, I've drinking milk my entire life. I've always been a massive fan of milk. It wasn't until recently that, okay, because when I first like started like trying to lose weight, I cut milk out because milk has a lot of calories and stuff. And so I did two things that I learned from from a couple YouTubers. Is one, I switched to grass-fed milk because regular milk has a lot of estrogenics in it. And two, I've also switched to whole milk because my family, we always just drink 2% milk. That's what my mom normally gets. Now I buy my own milk separately. So when it comes to milk, so you need to understand this. Milk is like probably the best food like on the planet in terms of like the nutrients it gives you besides eggs. Like probably like the best nutrient, like one of, if not the best nutrient like on the planet for you to get in terms of getting your nutrient, like the highest like quality of protein. But the problem is that like a lot of farmers, like, because obviously cows like are cows, and so obviously like a cow's only going to produce milk whenever it's about to have a baby. So then they feed them grain, and then this grain in turn produces estrogen inside of the cow. And this isn't natural estrogen. This isn't like the good stuff that produces like whenever they're about to have a baby. This is like a force, like a really high amount of it. And in turn, whenever they produce the milk, that milk is going to have much more estrogen than if they were to just go the regular route and just, feed them grass and then wait for them to have a baby. Because that's what your regular milk is going to be. It's just going to be this really estrogenic drink. Now, that's why I switched to grass-fed milk, because it's not nearly as much estrogen. And honestly, I can tell like an actual difference. So then I drank that, right? And by the way, fuck almond milk. Almond milk is shit. Like, okay, it tastes good. I'm sorry. I'm just giving my personal opinion. If you like almond milk, you're not like the death of me or anything. But just almond milk, like, I don't get why anybody would drink it. You're just missing out so much nutrients from regular milk. Just drink regular milk. But if you like almond milk, do you, bro? I don't care. It's just regular cow milk is so much better. If you're lactose intolerant, then I get it. Or if you're vegan, I understand that. I'm sorry. I just cannot do almond milk. So then I switched to whole milk because, so before I was like, oh yeah, 2% and skim milk is really good because you're cutting out the fat. But then I started to realize that, and this is also because I'm trying to bulk up, is the fat in milk is probably like some of the healthiest things you're going to get out of it. Now, there's only one more thing that I honestly think, and I'm going back inside because it's getting really cold out here. There's only one more thing that I can honestly think of that I'm personally taking right now, and that's AG1. This isn't sponsored at all, obviously. This is just, I wanted to do a test, see how it felt. I've taken it for about 3 weeks. And I will say this, AG1, if you don't know what that is, it's like a green supplement that's supposed to be an all-in-one. You get all your nutrients from it. I will say this, first of all, my acne has gone down a lot from it. I've been able to honestly sleep a little better. And really just like, if you notice a lot of difference, then that means there's probably gaps in your nutrition. Or maybe you don't feel anything. Personally, I felt a bit of an increase in like just generally my mood and generally like how I feel throughout the day. And like energy, there hasn't been like oh my God, like all of a sudden I can go like run a fucking marathon and shit. It's been like a very slight boost. Like, not like I have to have this for the rest of my life to be able to survive. It's not like fucking coffee or tea. It's just like one of those things where it's just like, it's a moderate amount of energy. It's cool. But to be honest, I don't really see myself, first of all, it's pretty expensive. Like, I'm 17. I don't really have a whole lot of money, but the money I do have, I normally spend it on my food anyways. But yeah, AG1, To be honest, I'd still probably recommend it to a lot of people, even though personally I don't have that much of an effect from it. But that's just simply because like I only eat whole foods, and I'm always about like trying to fill in the gaps, and that's the reason why I took it, because I wanted to see if there's any gaps to fill in. I still have like a good supply of it left over. I'm gonna take it over. They say that it takes like weeks to really kick in, but to be honest, like it's just like a slight like improvement. It's not like a, oh, my life has completely changed. Like, but for some people who are missing a lot and like really just eat a lot of terrible food, then yeah, I can understand. Anyways, it's really cold outside, so I'm gonna go back inside now. But I'll see you guys later. You have a nice day.